The dinner began in a warm and lively atmosphere, filled with laughter and easy conversation. My wife looked radiant that evening. Her outfit was simple, yet she carried herself with an elegance that naturally drew attention. We sat among her old friends, most of whom I had already met. But one face was unfamiliar to me that night. A man she had once mentioned years ago, someone who had admired her long before she and I ever crossed paths. The instant he entered, his gaze went straight to her, and I caught the subtle gleam in his smile. Throughout the meal, I couldn't ignore the way he behaved. His jokes were designed to make her laugh, his stories twisted so she became the centerpiece, and he leaned closer than necessary whenever he spoke to her. His questions carried the weight of private interest, as if the rest of us didn't exist. It wasn't blatant, but the intention was obvious. He was trying to reopen a door that had long been closed. At first, I told myself not to dwell on it. My wife was loyal, and I trusted her completely. But as the evening continued, his persistence grew harder to overlook. He reminisced about their college years, retelling shared memories, even slipping in the story of when he had once asked her out. The table laughed politely, but I noticed his eyes never drifted from hers, searching for some sign, some flicker of possibility. She responded with polite smiles, yet her hand stayed firmly on mine the entire time, a small but undeniable reminder of where her loyalty lay. Even so, unease coiled in my stomach. Was his charm or the nostalgia of old times enough to tempt her? I tried to remain composed, sipping at my drink while silently watching the scene unfold. Then he crossed a line. Leaning in, he said with a half-serious tone, "You know, I always believed you chose wrong back then. If it had been me, I would have treated you like a queen." The room fell into stillness. His words no longer sounded playful, they carried intent. My chest tightened, waiting for her response. But my wife didn't falter. She looked at him with unwavering calm, then turned her eyes to me. Her fingers tightened around mine, and she said clearly, "No, I made the best choice of my life. He treats me better than anyone else ever could." Her voice rang firm and steady, and it echoed through the silence. Pride and relief surged through me. She hadn't been moved by memories or his confidence. Her heart was with me, fully and unquestionably. The man tried to disguise his humiliation with a shallow laugh, but the sting of rejection was plain on his face. The rest of dinner dragged forward, though the earlier energy had shifted. His once bold demeanor was replaced with awkward smiles, and he spoke far less. My wife stayed close to me, her hand never leaving mine, making it clear to everyone that there was no room for doubt about her devotion. Later, as we left, I asked softly if his words had bothered her. She gave me a gentle smile and shook her head. "He's stuck in the past. I'm living my present with you. That's all that matters." Her reassurance dissolved every trace of insecurity that had tried to surface. On the drive home, I kept replaying the moment, how she didn't shut him down with anger, but with certainty. How she had chosen me once, and how she chose me again without hesitation. That quiet declaration meant more than any grand romantic gesture. In the stillness of our car, I lifted her hand and kissed it. She rested her head against my shoulder, and I realized how fortunate I truly was. Life will always bring its share of temptations, old ghosts, and challenges. But that night proved something profound. Genuine love doesn't falter when tested, it only grows stronger. The admirer walked away empty-handed, while I carried home the priceless truth that my wife's heart was, and always would be, mine alone.